Everyone, welcome to the channel. For those who are unfamiliar with the channel, my name is Nick. I hope you subscribe by the end of this video. I have been highlighting what BlackRock has been doing for a while now. It really kind of began in 2022 when we first heard about tokenization becoming a big story. It obviously became a huge deal in 2023, and it just kept growing over the next 24 or so months from 2023 to the present. Additionally, I've always maintained that BlackRock is a well-known company. Oh, right. They're skilled in promoting one story while totally obscuring the main point. For instance, at the moment, BlackRock is constantly discussing Bitcoin this and Bitcoin that, but we also see this. Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, stated that all assets, including stocks, bonds, and funds, might be tokenized. Bitcoin isn't the first thing that comes to mind when we think of tokenization. Bitcoin cannot manage that scale, hence we don't consider it. In actuality, and this may offend some people, Bitcoin is terrible for financial transactions in any use case that involves transactions, particularly tokenization. It's the main reason why any Bitcoin enthusiast will assert that the one excellent application for Bitcoin is as a store of value, because Bitcoin cannot scale outside of that. Additionally, it is incredibly inefficient to deal on it. However, BlackRock refuses to be honest with us. You can't tokenize on Bitcoin, but they won't tell us. However, they will keep promoting the Bitcoin story. Furthermore, this comes from their most current report. Here's the chairman's letter to investors for 2025, which focuses on democratizing investing and bringing prosperity to more people in more places. Once more, the purpose of this letter is to inform investors of the situation. The tokenization is, of course, the first significant factor. In fact, Nate Garaji posted about this. Larry Fink, BlackRock, I believe that tokenized funds will eventually become as well known to investors as exchange-traded funds. Yes, they're all on board. I hope you have been listening. These are the two posts now. First, let's clarify what tokenization is. Real estate, equities, bonds, and other assets are being converted into digital tokens that can be traded online. Similar to a digital deed, each token attests to your ownership of a particular asset. Unlike conventional paper certificates, these tokens are securely stored on a blockchain, allowing for quick buying, selling, and transfer without the need for paperwork or waiting periods. Once more, they're discussing instantaneous transactions, but we are aware that this is not Bitcoin. Additionally, every asset that can be tokenized is available here, including stocks, bonds, funds, and more. If they are, investing will effectively undergo a revolution. Transactions that now take days to complete would clear in seconds, and billions of dollars that are now stuck in the market due to settlement delays could be instantly reinvested back into the economy to spur further growth. Once more, this is a significant declaration from BlackRock. And do we instantly think of Bitcoin when we consider these statements? The question is that I would agree that this is fantastic for Bitcoin if I were a Bitcoin maxi. The name of Bitcoin is all over this, but I would be lying. I would be deceiving myself in addition to the general public. That's the problem, you see. In this industry, it is very easy to be biased. For instance, I may remark, all right, let's take a look at BlackRock, which stated that all stocks, bonds, funds, and assets can be tokenized. This implies that the XRP ledger will be used to tokenize everything. However, we all know that it's not just about the XRP ledger, therefore I would also be lying to you. This is turning into a multi-chain world where tokenization will significantly expand all of these fantastic utility-based networks, including the XRP ledger, Hedera, Algorand, Stellar, and MeanGuys. It's not just about one player. Furthermore, we must go beyond Bitcoin. We need to see beyond Ethereum. Since they're both ineffective for use cases involving transactions, Get MetaMask. No, use Uniswap as an illustration. Purchase and sell goods. Because Ethereum transactions are so inefficient, I promise you will detest it. One could say the same thing with Bitcoin. However, if we go over here, special thanks to Panos Mech, the co-founder of Anodos Finance. One of the most optimistic things you will read about cryptocurrency, and specifically XRP, is this letter from Larry Fink, CEO of BlackRock. Transactions that now take days to complete would clear in a matter of seconds, and billions of dollars that are currently stuck in the economy due to settlement delays could be instantly reinvested to spur further growth. Are you reminded of anything by this? The XRP ledger is the best and most potent technology that can make it possible, and that is what Ripple has been advocating for the past 10 or so years. Without a question, blockchain is the way of the future for finance. Eventually, all financial assets will be tokenized. Indeed, this is the reason we examine the developments around the tokenization revolution. I don't believe in bullshit. The Bitcoin hype machine isn't why I'm here. I'm here to see what's truly happening and whether technological advancements will fundamentally alter the way that financial markets operate today. Bitcoin, isn't it? However, keep in mind that the future is on the line. Institutions are adopting cryptocurrency, and Ripple recently published a piece on the 10 that focused on chain finance and highlighted tokenized RW methods to stablecoins. We'll return to this piece now because there's an intriguing aspect to it that allows us to argue that, yes, this is highly bullish for XRP and the XRPL, and it's actually happening at the moment. Let's discuss the Bitcoin Maxis, though. Let's discuss this article from Bitcoin Magazine that highlights what Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, also included in this PDF file. In essence, he is cautioning that Bitcoin may overtake the dollar as the world's reserve currency. Right now, this is being highlighted in the real document. Can Bitcoin undermine the reserve status of the US dollar? Although it has benefited the US for many years, the dollar's status as the global reserve currency is not assured to continue. Since the Times Square debt clock began to tick in 1989, the national debt has increased at a rate 3 times faster than GDP. Interest payments will total more than $952 billion this year, surpassing defense expenditures. All federal earnings will be used for necessary government spending and debt payments by 2030, resulting in a permanent deficit. America runs the risk of losing that position to digital assets like Bitcoin if its debt is not controlled and its deficits continue to grow. What's weird about this is that BlackRock is lying to us once more. And what am I talking about? They are, in fact, emphasizing how optimistic this is for Bitcoin. However, what do they lack? Stablecoins. Stablecoins are absent. We are aware that the US Treasury Secretary, who was dispatched to us, stated that stablecoinage will be used to assist this endeavor and that the dollar will continue to be the primary reserve currency. Here, stablecoins are a major motivator. Everyone should, in my opinion, take another look at Bitcoin and consider the true dynamics at play here. We are certain that the primary motivator will be the DLT blockchain, about resolving many